and welcome to the third take of What's for Dinner, the crazy cooking show where I show you how to make a quick dinner without having to resort to Taco Bell in the middle of a crazy work week with all the kids, all the work, all the volunteering, all the stuff that you do as a mom or dad or whomever. Tonight we're going to do a tomato basil soup as made by one of those famous French chain restaurants that we all love, and grilled cheese sandwiches. Why do we need to watch a cooking show on grilled cheese? I'll show you. Alright, so we had to jump in the pool to get out all the sillies, and now I'm making dinner while they're entertaining themselves in the room, so I'm trying to hurry. I have the rock crock here. In it, since this is take 3, I have some bell pepper, carrots, onions, and about 3 tomatoes, and I'm just letting it simmer and a little bit of olive oil. With the rock crock, you can use it on the stove, in the oven, in the microwave, on the grill, under the broiler, and it's dishwasher safe. So because it does all that stuff, it has a special glaze, and that special glaze needs to stay moist or avoid dry spots on the stovetop only. So it's not super delicate, but you need to be aware so that you either keep your food moving, keep a little bit of moisture on the bottom, or use it for soups and stews on the stove. So we have plenty of liquid in here right now and plenty of stuff, so we're just letting it break down and simmer. We have our forged cutlery here. This is a great try me piece because try it, see if you like it. You can try it at my shows, and if you love it, then take one home with you. If you love it and fall in love with it, then buy the whole set. Forged cutlery. It is one piece, so it's full tang, so that means it goes from end to tip with the steel. And then it has a weighted handle, so you feel like Iron Chef as you're sitting there chopping. So I'm going to Iron Chef my tomato into quarters and then throw it into my manual food processor. The manual food processor might be my favorite gadget. They all are, but I fell in love with this thing and because it came in the new consultant kit that really was incentive for me to try this business again. Alright, so the manual food processor has 3 blades, and they are all offset, so it causes the food to be pulled down, and so you're not getting mush at the bottom, and I have way too much in here, which is what I do when I'm live. So you don't get mush at the bottom and chunks at the top. You get an even chop. So you can make salsa, or you can make pico de gallo. You can make it as chunky or as mushy or saucy as you want. It's a great arm workout. Ladies, if you have that thing going on under your arms, it's a great way to combat that. Do your 10 on one side, flip it to the other side, do 10 on the other. You work out both arms and you're golden. If you're left-handed, you use it with your left hand. If you're right-handed, turn it the other way. So it's good for everyone. And it has a non-skid grip at the bottom, so you're not going all over your kitchen counter with this thing. Unless it's wet. I like giving it to the kids, putting them on either the dining room table or the ground and letting them go to town. So they feel like they're helping. They're out from underneath my feet. Everyone's happy. Alright, this is looking really, really good. In the recipe, if you Google it, just Google La Madeleine tomato basil soup, you will find that it's super simple. It's just tomatoes, chicken stock or veggie stock or even V8, and basil. That's it, and cream. That's it. In my version, I like to add as many veggies as possible. So I have the onion and the tomato and the carrots and, of course, the basil in there. And I'm just going to use water because I don't know where my chicken stock is. We're just going to use water tonight and make sure that it's super seasoned and has all these wonderful veggies in it. And, of course, we're going to have the cream and the butter, so it's going to be fantastic. Alright, and I'm not worried about how well I chop my veggies or my basil because we're going to put it in a blender when we're done to give it that nice silky consistency. Alright, had I put my flexible cutting mat over my cutting board, I could just carry it over here and right into my pot. Alright, just give that a little stir. Yum. Alright, so while that is doing its thing, we're going to get our grilled cheese ready. So I'm just going to open up some butter. Butter. Okay. Remember that? That's what I always think of when I say butter. So instead of toasting or buttering the toast, toasting the butter, I'm just going to put a pat of butter in my bar pan. This is the large bar pan. It's one of our stoneware pieces. I have my oven preheated to 350. And now I am going to grab one of my flexible cutting mats because I don't want tomato juice all over. Alright. Got my block of cheese. I'm going to use this is our color-coded knife. This is a little bit more economical than our forged cutlery. There is a 3-year warranty instead of lifetime. It's still full tang, so there's one metal piece and then a handle. It's lighter, so and it's super sharp. So I love both of them. I really do. It just depends on your preference and your budget, to be honest. Alright, so I'm going to cut up some cheese. The cool thing about doing your grilled cheese this way is they all come out at the same time. You're not sitting here flipping them. You're doing it all at once. Alright, usually when I preheat my oven, I have my pan in there, my butter getting ready all together. But since this is take 3, life happens. Kids get cranky. Mom has to have a do-over. We all go to time out. Find our little happy spot. And so I had to redo it. So, grab my butter here. We're going to get a pat on the top part of each of our bread. I have them paired up here. I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, 4 sandwiches. Alright, and I'm going to put a piece of cheese in between. And I'm not going to worry about the bottom one because it's going to go in our pre-melted butter. So we're golden. If you wanted to use shredded cheddar, you could do that. You can do whatever you want. I'm just going to, if you wanted to melt this and then take the pastry brush and brush it on, ooh, that would be so good. If you wanted to get garlic and put that in your garlic butter and then brush it on with your pastry brush, that would be even better. So good. So easy. And then something else you could do is you can cut, after you do this, you could cut off the edges, cut them in diagonally to make real cute little baby sandwiches. Serve up your tomato soup in little plastic cocktail cup, and then put your triangle of bread on top, and then you have a little party dealie. Hey, bro, what's going on? Alright, let me put my sandwiches to the side. It's alright, you can say after with me. Would you like a piece of cheese, or do you still not like cheese right now?
I don't like cheese.
Oh, okay, no worries. Oh my gosh, this butter is melty and delicious. So, it's alright. So I'm going to take my pastry brush.
You didn't forgive me.
Alright, hold on, buddy, and we'll chat about what's going on with the girls, okay? Alright, I'm going to take my pastry brush and brush the butter all over my pan. And it's not for it to be nonstick. It's because we want...
help you.
You are helping me by being in here and talking to me.
Why would I help you if your pamper says...
Here, I know what you can do. Can you put this in the sink for me, please? Thank you. And it's not to make it nonstick, because the stoneware is very nonstick, especially the more you season it. But it's more for the taste and the flavor. Alright, we can fit another 2, 3, 4 more sandwiches if we really crammed them in there. So this is a great way to do it.
I want to help you with something.
I'm trying to think what I need. Can you open the oven for me, please? Oven, not the dishwasher. Oven, the top one. Can you reach? No, it's okay.
Will you hold me?
Here, now do it. Open. Open, sesame. oven at 375. Got my microwave grits, which I use for my barb pan. I'm sorry, I have it at 350.
Give me my kids tonight.
Yeah, you can have your kids' knife. We're going to let it go for about 15 minutes, so let me set the timer.
I want to help you.
15 minutes. Let me tell you how durable this timer is. Every time I go to use it, I knock it on the floor, and I haven't broken it yet. So that's pretty amazing. Alright, so we have our tomato soup is really coming together. So what we want to add our liquid now. So we want,
Taste that tomato soup.
you're going to as soon as I finish it. We want 4 cups of water. Typically I use filtered water just because my own picky beliefs, but my filtered water ran out. So we use half filtered, half tap. Alright, and then we want a full cup of cream. I'm using half and half. If you have full fat cream, that's even better. Whatever you have on hand. If you had condensed milk, that would work. Regular milk, whatever. We just want that creamy flavor. And it would be even better with chicken stock instead of the water, or V8, or veggie stock, or a combination of the two. That would be amazing. Alright, the other thing I like about the rock crock is it has a clear lid. So we're just going to put a lid on it and let it go to town, and we won't have to worry about it. I like using my, the rock crock is very hot. It holds heat very well. So I can make it now, and by the time Jeff gets home late, I can feed the kids, they have hot soup, and by the time Jeff gets home, he's still going to have hot soup, which is awesome. Can you get out of the freezer, please?
The freezer.
Remove yourself from the freezer.
So that is so cold. And I want to be cold.
So that is it. That is our demonstration. I'll take some pictures of the finished sandwiches and the finished soup and show you. You are cold. How delicious it is. I'm going to get this place cleaned up before all the children melt down. And then we can have a nice, lovely, nice, lovely family meal. Thank you for joining us. You want an onion? Bye.
Yeah.
Check out our link. I'm sure we have some great special going on right now, but it's so
Yum.
crazy being Wednesday and the day after an open house and the day before some more crazy activities that I'm losing it. So thank you for joining us. I hope you learned a little something, and we'll see you later. You say bye, Easton?
Bye. Bye.
What's for dinner?
No, wait.
Uh-oh.
What's for dinner?
All right. See ya. Thanks
See
for
ya.
joining us.